One of the most impactful things about the Chamber is the Governmental Affairs Committee. I've been on it about probably 6 or 7 years. Maybe I've missed 2 meetings. I love it. It's like, when you're playing with a map, a digital map, and you can bring all the layers. You can layer in one thing and then layer in another and then layer in another. And when you have a few layers on, you get a broader context of what the map looks like. I feel that's how the Governmental Affairs Committee works. We each come there with our own layer, and we're learning about other layers, so at the end of the meeting every month, we've got this holistic picture of what's going on, not only in downtown, but also in the city limits, in the county, what's coming on the pipeline at the state, if there's any legislation that could affect us. And it's just a fascinating intersection of a lot of people who care about Bastrop. And I find it very enriching because it's not only a great source for information, but it's a way of understanding our community from a zoomed out perspective. Sometimes after we've done our reports and we've layered on all of our topics, we'll discover oh, that's a mutual pain point that we didn't know. How can we work on that? Do we need to come together? Do we need to write a letter on that? How can we support the community on that? Or oh, we're duplicating efforts. We have that membership, you have that membership. Can we combine memberships? Or maybe it's some really great news that the school district experienced, but not everybody knows yet. And people really need to know when we have big wins. So it's a great place to layer on information, learn holistically what's going on in our community, and also always a place to build relationships. We also get a chance to meet our representatives when they come to town. It's really my favorite part. And we get to bring our small town questions and concerns that they get to go back to Washington with. And one thing that Dr. Christy Lee said in one of those meetings, which I will never forget, she talked about how we operate, how the Governmental Affairs community operates, and how our community operates. And she says, we have tremendous get along here. Everybody knows everybody. We don't play sides. Our get along factor here is so high because we know that's important in order to function as a small town. She's like, take that get along factor and take it back to Washington, please. Thank you. It was just such a powerful moment. I'll never forget that quote. The Bastrop Chamber has always been the voice of business, but I venture to say we're also now at the heart of the community.